period.
3 points within the first 10 minutes, and then that's all.
I'm sitting on my couch and I'm watching. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. Connor's going to get like 6 points. I'm going to be so happy. No beats. And then all of a sudden the wheels fell off and it just crashed into the ocean.
Oh, I got into it with a bit of an Oilers nerd in the hallway the other day here at work. And I wanted to bring this up with you, Baggedmilk, because we were talking about it earlier. If there's anybody that sort of has connection to the Edmonton Oiler nerd in town, it's you. Like if we want direct access, we want a direct pipeline right to that full-blown Oilers. Now, I'm a fan, but I wouldn't necessarily call myself a full-blown nerd. If we want a pipeline, like directly to that guy.
Right into the spine.
Yes, it might be Oilers Nation. It might be Baggedmilk.
100%. Okay. When anything happens, good or bad, you get unfiltered thoughts from the fan base.
That's what I was saying. It's the place to go as a fan to get those thoughts out there.
Here's my thought. Can we not establish a rule for all these nerds? Because I almost got into a fight the other day. He was going on, and this was before the loss last night, he was going on about how great the team is going to be next year. And I went, no, don't, stop, right? This team needs a lot of work. There's something wrong in the dressing room. They're not gelling, and I'm not an expert. I'm not going to lay the blame on the coach or Cam Talbot. But if you have a player like McDavid and you're not making the playoffs, you got some work to do. So, Oilers nerds, you cannot sit there in the halls and go, wow, wait till next. That conversation should not be had. That's just going to piss people off. I'm getting mad thinking about it right now.
We can hardly tell you're getting mad.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's two groups of people, right? There's the ones that you're talking about where everything's rosy, the Kool-Aid goes down smooth no matter what's going on. Or there's people that kind of look at it and say, wow, you've got a guy with 102 points on the roster and you're still, 20 points out of the playoffs? Yeah. There's work to be done. There's things next year that...
Thank you.
There's things this year that are not going to happen next year. As an example, the historically low penalty kill at home. It's not going to happen next year.
Yeah.
The power play is not going to be at 14% next year. So there's things that are just going to happen by, it's just going to happen.
It'll level itself out.
To your point, Locke, they do have a lot of work to do. But I look at last night.
Fans need to be realistic about that fact.
Sure.
Right?
Connor can't do it all.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to have to make some changes here for this team to be good. I'm not going to be entertaining a conversation with anybody about next year and how great they're going to be. It's
kind of like saying next year I'll be a unicorn and can fly away. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. How can you go and say that? Well, I just know it's going to happen.
I'm drinking unicorn juice.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Those frappes at Starbucks that are multicolored are going to turn me into a unicorn. I'm going to have a nice seat on my head and I'm going to fly away for all of eternity.
I was at the game on Saturday and I was talking to the guy sitting next to me and he was talking about how they came off the big year last year, playoffs, everything. As a younger team, like a lot of young guys on the team, maybe didn't realize the work that needed to go into maintaining that level of success. You kind of think like, I'm here. This is it now.
There's probably an aspect to that where they're drinking their own Kool-Aid, they're reading their own press, and kind of not being able to manage those expectations. That said, we're now in March. Yeah. The expectations are gone. Yeah. You can't have an effort, especially on Fan Appreciation Night, where you get gassed for 7 straight goals.
Fan Appreciation Night, where they probably announce the ticket prices for next year.
Yeah, where it goes up by 5%.
Yeah. There was one shot of Jesperson doing something on the mic, and there's like people leaving out the doors behind him. Yeah.
It's just like, Fan Appreciation Night, welcome.
We got a towel for you.
And a swift...
Take your towel and shove it.
And a swift kick to the pills on the way out. Expect delays.
We should talk quickly about your trip this weekend because I want you to name somebody. Do you know like a number of people that are going down there?
I think we're going to Calgary this weekend for the last Battle of Alberta of the season, or maybe ever if they move to Houston. I think there's a group of about 50 of us, 50, 60 people going down.
Now, you have an idea of who's going. Grant's going.
Grant is coming.
Yeah. Who's going to jail? You guys want to start?
I
got Adam.
You got Adam?
Concerns. There's 50 of us going down, and we just got our liquor license for the bus.
into Calgary.
As Grant, we were right before we came on. Grant was talking about like the email that went out to everybody that's coming on the trips, telling them, "Pace yourselves, guys. This is a long day. We're leaving at like 11 in the morning. The
Doesn't
game's
seem
at
like
8
a
o'clock."
pacing group.
Well, and I have heard legends about the Saddle Dome beers.
Yeah.
Like they tell, like it's kind of like the Rexall beers were here. Apparently, the Saddle Dome beers are next level.
All right.
And a little bit cheaper than Rogers.
Challenge accepted.
Exactly.
We've kind of got a group though where if we're doing a marathon, we're sprinting off the line, and we'll just see how far we can make it. You know,
Oh, well, have fun. And,
it's gonna be good.
Listen, do not call me for bail, Grant. He's a bit of a hold my beer guy once he gets up there.
Well, I look forward to it. I think we've got a few hold my beer guys coming down, so it's going to be who outdoes the next.
All right, Baggedmilk, have a good trip, okay? Thanks for the visit.
I'm fighting Harvey the Hound.